Make sure you are seated comfortably, your body relaxed. Close your eyes and focus your attention on your breath, feeling the gentle rise and fall of your lungs. Allow any tensions and worries to slip away with each out-breath, releasing all negativity, with each in-breath drawing in purifying, clean air. Slowly let all outside concerns fade away. The space around you begins to darken as your attention moves inwards. Your awareness of the world around you recedes, leaving only a quiet, peaceful darkness. You rest a moment in the darkness, feeling yourself safe and secure. The darkness spreads out in all directions, vast and silent. You rest within the great void, Gununga Gap, the emptiness before creation, before the beginning of time and the birth of space. Within this void all things will come into being. In the very distance on either side of you, you are aware of the realms of fire and ice, so far away you can barely perceive them. Through their union, force and form will come into being, and the worlds will be set in motion. It is in this place that you will meet Berkano. In the centre of the void you see a small light, a tiny spark of vitality. We will call the name of Berkano 3 times together to bring it into being. Through the power of your voice, the spark of light transforms, glowing in brilliant golden green and becoming the shape of the Berkano rune. It grows larger and larger, shining brightly in the darkness, steadily moving towards you until it comes to a rest just in front of you, waiting for you to enter. Slowly you pass through the rune and into the realm beyond. The heat of the sun is on your face, and your skin tickles as the long grasses on either side of the pathway reach out to touch you. Their touch is soothing as you are filled with worry, and your stomach is gripping tightly in unfamiliar spasms. Ahead, your mother calls to you to stop dawdling, and you quicken your pace to match hers. Throughout the walk she is cheerful and seems to not have much time for you. You are too young to realise that this is what she hopes you will think. On either side, the grasses give way to woodland. You can see the butterflies alighting on the spring flowers and birds singing in the trees beyond. It seems like a perfectly normal day, not at all like anything special is happening, but something special is happening. Your body told you so when it started to bleed for the first time, and your mother told you so when she said it was time for you to start your birch days. Every girl has her birch days, the days when she goes to live with the healing woman to learn of the mysteries of women and of the Great Mother. Mother says she doesn't know how long you will stay. As long as you need is all she says. You will know. Because it is warm spring, Healing Woman says you will stay outdoors in the special birch girl tent. Your mother helps you to unpack your comb, your second dress and your doll. She looks wryly at the doll and says lightly that she may not see her again. Women don't have dolls, she says. They have babies. Then she gives Healing Woman a large sack of provisions and thanks her for her care. She gives you a gentle hug and tells you to be good. She says she won't visit because you will have too much to do. Then she hurries away. She holds back her tears until she's round the corner so you won't see. You have met Healing Woman before. She is kind and knowing. You remember how she came to help your mother when your little sister was born. Mother had cried with relief when she arrived and declared even to this day the little sister would still be inside her if it wasn't for Healing Woman. Although you are a little bit frightened, you soon cheer up as the Healing Woman takes you to her dwelling and makes you a tea to soothe your tummy. Then she takes you into the garden and shows you the plants she used to make the tea. She says you will harvest them together once it is dark. You help Healing Woman with the chores, and as promised by the light of the full moon, the two of you together gather herbs with sharp blades and hang them carefully to dry. She gives you another drink to help you to sleep and takes you to your tent. Your bed is filled with sweet straw and dried flowers. You feel safe and warm under your thick blankets. The light of the moon floods through the entranceway and you are quickly asleep. You wake up early and walk in Healing Woman's garden. She has many flowers and herbs, as well as a vegetable patch and enclosures for a goat and chickens. When Healing Woman rises, she is pleased to see you already up. As she makes breakfast, she tells you that you'll be able to make your special pilgrimage each morning before breakfast, but today she will need to show you. After breakfast, she takes you down behind her dwelling to a barely visible path leading down a slope into the woodland. You follow her along the path through the woodland, breathing in the cool, damp scent of the morning. You can hear water, and up ahead you see rocks with water trickling down them into a ravine below. Healing Woman leads you over the rocks to a dark entranceway. You follow her, and the entranceway broadens into a great cave filled with daylight from holes in the cave roof above. In the centre of the cave is a great pool, its sides just spilling over the edges of the rocks so that the water trickles down over them and into the ravine below. This is the cave of the Great Mother, Healing Woman explains. You should come here every day. She will speak to you when she is ready and reveal to you the secrets of woman that you need to know. She tells you to sit by the waters for as long as you like and to come back when you're ready. You sit for a long time listening to the waters, wondering about the Great Mother. What is she like? What will she teach you? What has she said to all the other women before you? You think to yourself that she must have spoken to your own mother. What did she say then? The water's icy cold and very dark at the centre of the pool. You know that you are in a special place and sit quietly and still in case the Great Mother comes. But she does not. Eventually you stand up and head back. For the rest of the day you help Healing Woman with the garden and the cooking. In the evening, Healing Woman brushes your hair and tells you stories of how the first woman came to bleed. As you drink your tea, you realise that your tummy is much less painful and your worries aren't as difficult to cope with anymore. When you go to bed, you fall asleep straight away. The next morning, bright and early, you go to the cave of the Great Mother. You sit quietly and patiently, but nothing happens. The day is spent with chores, and again the Healing Woman tells you tales of goddesses, women, and the hidden mysteries of mothers, daughters, healers, seers, and lovers, until it is time for bed. When you awaken the next morning, you go to the cave and think about these stories, wondering if the Great Mother can see what you see as the stories unfold afresh in your mind. Day after day passes, and still the Great Mother does not appear to you. Another girl arrives, brought by her mother, and for a week or two you have a companion. The girl is afraid of the dark and creeps into your bed every night, asking to be soothed by the stories you remember so well. You are happy to oblige and whisper the Healing Woman's stories to her until she falls asleep. When morning comes, she waits impatiently for you to complete your vigil and spends a little time herself within the cave. It comes then as a great shock to you when, after seemingly no effort at all, she reports that the Great Mother has spoken to her and told her she will become a wife and a mother in the village. The next day, Healing Woman takes the girl back to her family, and the two of you are alone once more. As the wheel of the year turns, Healing Woman speaks to you of the love between a woman and a man. She speaks of trust and love, and how pain gives way to pleasure if these things are in place. She whispers of the intimate mysteries between husband and wife until you blush and giggle. Then she tells you that she speaks only of the very beginning of the mysteries that a man and woman may discover together. During the day, she shows you how to make blends of herbs that help a woman's body bloom and a man's seed become vigorous and strong. Summer comes and Healing Woman speaks to you of birthing. She shows you how to prepare the brews and poultices that will soothe and how to arrange birch twigs around the perimeter of the birthing space to keep mother and baby safe. She sings the birthing songs to you, and you feel for yourself how they lull the woman's pain and keep her spirit strong. She sings the songs that call the protector spirits close and help the unborn child make the transition into life. During the summer, she leaves 3 times to assist with deliveries. She tells you all the details, and on the last one you accompany her and place the birch twigs around the perimeter of the birthing space. The labour is a long one, but you are not afraid, and the Healing Woman says that you did well. In the late summer, a second girl comes for her birch days. She is not very talkative and often cries when she thinks you are sleeping. You know that what is happening to her frightens her. Even the Healing Woman's herbs cannot help drive the fear away. You and the Healing Woman work hard to bring her stories to alleviate her fear and to help her on her path to womanhood, but it seems that they don't reach down into her heart. You make sure that she is able to go to the Great Mother's cave whenever she needs to, and indeed she spends a great deal of time there. One day, as you are carding wool in the garden, She comes running back from the woodland. Her skin is radiant and her eyes bright. She says that she has seen the Great Mother, and she knows everything will be all right. She speaks reverently of the gentleness and power of the Great Mother, and holds her hands to her heart and her belly to show you where she felt it. You are pleased for her, but also bitter, for in all the long months the Great Mother has not revealed herself to you once. Autumn comes, and the healing woman speaks to you of death. She takes you to the special place for the souls of the children who do not make the journey into life. You sing songs for them and tie bright threads of wool to the trees that surround their special enclosure. She takes you to see the elderly men and women of the tribe, and you entertain them with stories while she dresses their sores and prepares herbs for their pain. While it is a beautiful time, it is also a sad time. The heat is fading, and the healing woman is preparing a bed for you inside, as the tent will soon be too cold. One night you cannot stop the tears from falling as she brushes your hair. You tell her that you do not think the Great Mother will ever come for you. She whispers to you that there are some who do not see the Great Mother. They simply say they have because they are afraid and do not want to experience the true depths of womanhood. For them she will come at a later time, when love or birth or death is upon them. All those who seek truly, she assures you, all who seek truly will be blessed by her presence. Do not despair. Now the leaves are turning yellow and red as you make your way to the cave one morning. It is a beautiful day, and the sun warms the chill out of the air. You spring lightly along the path to the cave. In the grass there are one or two flowers still living. You gather them up for the Great Mother. In the cave you set them upon the water so that they drift with its current. They look so still and peaceful, floating gently on the surface. Never before have you entered the water or heard of someone doing so, but you feel that you must. You pull off your dress and climb down into the pool. The water is so icy it knocks the breath out of you, but slowly you get used to it. You sink down into the water until your hair streams out behind you, and you are able to float out into the centre. You close your eyes and wait in darkness. The brush of lips upon your skin is undeniable. Her hands brush your hair from your face, and her breath is warm as she whispers to you. You cannot make out the words, only the great depths of her voice which flows through the water, as if it is coming from the ocean and the rivers and the rain held in the sky. She is vast and beautiful. She holds you just as the cave holds the water. She embraces you just as the woodland embraces the cave. She is the roots beneath the woodland, and the leaves that reach out to the sky and fall to the ground to become one with the earth. She is the earth itself, which is deeper than the sky and darker than the night. She is the shaper of the body and the lover of all living things. All this she tells you in language beyond words. She tells you that soon a man will come to your tribe who speaks a language you do not know. He will be powerful and wealthy, and a match will be made, bringing honour to you and your family. Then you must speak in a language beyond words, she whispers. Then you must speak with your body so that he hears you and loves you and yearns to protect you as you are, and not to shape you to his whim. Through his love you will have freedom to teach your children in your own language, and you will share the stories that you know. The ways of the Great Mother will live on within your descendants. You have learned well, my daughter, and our time together has been precious. Without this time you would have lost yourself, but now you are strong and firmly rooted within the earth. You will be a friend and leader to the women of your new tribe. You will be a comfort and a protector and a healer. Remember this when you feel alone, and know that I am always with you. Then she is gone, and you are alone in the waters once more. You listen to the lapping of the water upon the stone and give thanks to the Great Mother. Then you swim to the side and rise from the water. The sun is warm enough to dry your skin. You plait your hair and put your dress back on. Slowly you walk back up the path. Today will be your last day with the healing woman. You feel sad to be leaving her. You wonder when the man will come. It will not be long, you think. You will need to spend your time well, as it will be precious to you when it is over and you are far away. You think fondly of your mother, father, brothers and sisters. You are pleased that you will be bringing them honour, and you are not afraid that you are leaving them. I will be leaving them as a woman, you think. I am ready now. You can see the healing woman's dwelling up ahead and your tent in the clearing beyond. You smile to think of the many nights spent there. Tonight will be the last. You stop, and in the air ahead of you, draw the Berkano rune in deep green gold. Slowly you walk towards it and pass through it, feeling its power caress you as you pass out of the realm of Berkano into darkness once more. Standing in the darkness, you give thanks to the rune for its lessons and energy. You watch as it fades away, leaving you in darkness, ready to return to your physical form. Slowly you let your attention return to your physical body, feeling the darkness around you start to fade. You let your awareness expand to the space around you as the darkness recedes. You feel yourself centered within your body, your attention focused on your physical presence, your breath and your heartbeat. The Berkano rune is gone, and you begin to wiggle your fingers and toes, bringing yourself back to normal reality. Take your time, and when you are ready, open your eyes.